What if everything you were taught about money, success, and retirement was not just wrong, but actually designed to keep you trapped in a system that never really works in your favor? That's the bold, punchy claim MJ DeMarco throws at us in the Millionaire Fastlane. And from the very first page, he challenges the deeply ingrained beliefs we've all grown up with. Beliefs about careers, saving money, and how wealth is supposed to be built. Most of us have been raised with the idea that if we study hard, get a good degree, work for 40 years, save a portion of our paycheck, invest carefully in the stock market, and avoid debt, we'll be rewarded in our 60s or 70s with a comfortable retirement. That's the classic slow lane route to wealth, and MJ tears it apart piece by piece, not just with theory, but with real-life logic and brutal honesty. He asks us to consider one critical question. Do we want to bet the best, healthiest, most vibrant years of our lives on the hope that things will still work out 40 years from now, after decades of working for someone else and putting off the good stuff? Because that's what the slow lane really is, a deferred life plan. It's a strategy built on decades of hope, assumptions, and delayed gratification, and it rarely delivers true freedom. According to DeMarco, most people are unknowingly stuck in one of three financial lanes. The sidewalk, where people live paycheck to paycheck, spending emotionally, racking up debt, and chasing instant gratification. The slow lane, which appears smarter but still relies on trading time for money and living on financial autopilot. And finally, the fast lane, a radical mindset and strategy shift that allows you to build wealth quickly by leveraging scale, control, and value in a smart, intentional way. The sidewalk might look glamorous. People on it often have the newest phones, drive fancy cars, and wear designer clothes. But underneath the image is financial instability and vulnerability, because their lifestyle is funded by credit or unstable income. The slow lane is more socially acceptable. These are the people who do everything right by society's standards. They save, invest in mutual funds, live frugally, and hope for long-term compound interest to do its magic. But here's the kicker. It still relies on the same flawed equation of trading time for money, and it offers zero protection against job loss, inflation, unexpected health issues, or simply the fact that life is unpredictable. In contrast, the fast lane is about flipping the equation. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter and building systems that don't need your constant presence to produce income. It's about creating something once, like a scalable business, a product, a service, or even a digital asset that solves real problems and continues delivering value to others long after you've built it. MJ makes a clear distinction. Wealth is not just about money. It's about freedom. The freedom to wake up without an alarm, to travel, to spend time with your family, to pursue hobbies, to give generously, and to live with purpose on your own terms. And to achieve that kind of freedom, you need to stop treating time as your most expendable resource and start treating it as your most valuable one. DeMarco introduces the sense framework, 5 commandments that define whether a business or idea has fast lane potential: control, entry, need, time, and scale. First, control means you own the game. If your income relies on a boss, a single client, a platform like YouTube or Amazon that could cut you off anytime, then you're vulnerable. Fastlaners build systems they control, from their websites to their product delivery, so no single person or algorithm can destroy their livelihood overnight. Next, entry refers to the barrier to enter your chosen market. The easier it is for anyone to enter, the harder it will be to stand out or make real money. For example, becoming a life coach with no credentials might sound easy, but the low barrier means the market is flooded with similar offers. Harder to enter markets tend to be more lucrative and offer more protection. Then comes need, the foundation of any successful fast lane venture. Instead of asking, "What am I passionate about?" DeMarco insists we ask, "What pain can I solve?" Passion is great, but if it doesn't solve a real-world problem or serve others, it's unlikely to be profitable. Fast laners don't just chase their dreams blindly. They align their skills and interests with unmet needs in the world. The fourth commandment, time, is all about separation, specifically separating your income from your time. If your money only comes in when you're working, you're still stuck in the time for money trap. Fastlaners build systems, whether it's an app, an online course, a piece of software, or a franchise model, that make money while they sleep. The final commandment, scale, asks, can your solution impact millions, or is it limited to just your local area? A local coffee shop is limited in reach, but a subscription service that helps people worldwide manage their habits or finances can scale infinitely. Scale doesn't mean you have to serve everyone. It means your system is capable of reaching a large audience without needing proportional effort. Throughout the book, MJ emphasizes that the fast lane isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about get-rich-young with hard work, strategic thinking, and execution. You won't strike gold overnight, but you could build wealth in 5 to 10 years instead of 40. And that difference? That's the difference between living most of your life on your own terms versus just the final few years. He warns against the idea of retirement as the ultimate goal. It implies you're escaping from something you don't love. Fast laners don't retire from work. They retire from obligation. They still work, but they work because they want to, not because they have to. DeMarco also dives into the psychology that holds people back. Fear of failure, addiction to security, and belief in the lottery mindset. That wealth comes from luck, inheritance, or some magical breakthrough. He shatters those illusions by reminding us that real wealth comes from process, not luck. It's not about one big moment. It's about consistent value creation. And you don't need to be a genius or have an Ivy League degree to do it. You just need to shift your mindset from being a consumer to becoming a producer. Stop scrolling and start building. Stop watching YouTube and start uploading. Stop buying and start creating. When you change how you think about money, time, and value, you start seeing opportunities everywhere. Gaps in the market, inefficiencies, frustrations that people would gladly pay you to solve. He gives countless examples. Entrepreneurs who built software that helped freelancers invoice clients faster, or people who wrote a single book or launched a digital course that kept paying them for years. He shares his own story, going from broke valet driver to multimillionaire by building a limousine company website that dominated SEO and created massive value for both limo companies and customers. It wasn't sexy, but it solved a need and scaled. That's the core message. You don't need to build the next Uber or invent some flashy app. You need to find something people already want, make it better, easier, faster, or more affordable, and then systematize and scale it. And perhaps the most empowering part of his message is that you are in the driver's seat. You're not stuck in traffic behind someone else. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait until you're 50 to live freely. You can start building your fast lane now, even if that means working a job while building something on the side. The job funds your dream. It doesn't become your life sentence. The moment you shift your focus from how to save a few bucks to how to create value for thousands of people, everything changes. To wrap it all up, MJ DeMarco leaves us with this hard-hitting truth. Wealth is a process, not an event. It's not something that happens to you. It's something you build brick by solving problems, serving people, and scaling solutions. It's not about being the next Elon Musk. It's about finding your own lane and driving it hard. It's not about retiring rich. It's about living rich with freedom and choice while you're still young and healthy enough to enjoy it. If you're tired of watching your life tick by in tiny 2-week increments, waiting for the weekend or your next raise, maybe it's time to stop cruising the slow lane and start building something that actually gets you somewhere fast. Because the road is open, the gas tank is full, and you're holding the keys.